Right, I'm in the man cave. Just going to shut the door, hang on. Try and make myself some room. Yeah, so basically, I'm 60 now, and I think it was in the 70s, early 80s. I was in my 20s, and we were living in Corfu in Greece, and I was offered various jobs because I'd been a disc jockey at school, and I used to run the school discos. And somebody got hold of this who suddenly realised that his person wasn't coming for the season to run their disco, so they asked me if I wanted to do it. And it was in Kavos. In those days, when I first went to Kavos, there was only one taverna. And when I actually got there to start work, I was in George Roussos's taverna, and he had the 1830 club the year before that, and the Trabucas complex had built its enough basically to run a big holiday centre, and George had built the Olympic, with the help of Olympic Holidays, the hotel. And so this other chap wasn't going to turn up, so I was going to be the disc jockey. Now it was open air disco, so I had a window I had to open. I took a board off a window, there was a stage, and all I had to do was sit in there and put music on. I used to put music on for the restaurant, soft music, and then we'd clear the dance floor and do Greek dancing, so I just put Greek records on, and then after that, usual disco stuff. And basically, my mother, who was working for Olympic Holidays at the time, used to go back to England on a Monday, let all the people off, spend half an hour in the airport, get all the new holiday makers on, and by the time they got to Corfu Airport, everyone knew which bus they were getting on and which hotel they were going to. So that was her job. While she had her half an hour at Heathrow, she used to get all the latest singles. So whatever was in the charts, be it good or bad, she would make up that week the amount of singles that I hadn't got in the top 30. And then, when I got those back to Kavos, she would either send them down in a taxi, because our house was up in the north, in Ano Krakiana, in Corfu, and I was down the bottom end in Kavos. So sometimes I used to come by a taxi, and then all the other discos in the area, not Trabucas Complex included, but all the other ones on the way down that were fairly close to us, used to come on their motorbikes and tape all my singles. So that was quite a good, funny thing. And all I had was a one-piece, 2 record decks, and a mixer, and a microphone, and that was it. The lights were up in the trees, and the speakers were up in the trees. So it was good. There was a bar, and drinks used to appear on my window along the top. I couldn't see the people because they were quite a way down at that point. I could see them on the dance floor, and basically we had a great time. And I stupidly left there to go because I was offered more money at another disco. But basically I was the 3rd disc jockey in Kavos. Now they get helicoptered in, do a 2-hour set, get £10,000 and are gone, But I used to get the equivalent of £20 a month, so that was pretty bad. But since I left there, I've never done anything with discos again, and I thought, getting old, there's quite a few nice things I've listened to, and I thought I'd try it again. So I've looked on YouTube, obviously got all these YouTube videos, and yeah, so yeah, the first disc jockey on Kavos was George's, the chap who didn't turn up again. Then it was Trabucus complex. Trabucus' son, he was the one in the Trabucus complex, and then I was the third one in George's. But if you look on Google Earth now, Kavos is absolutely packed with people. But yeah, and I used to sit on the beach all day and then do the disco in the evening and get free food and free room in the hotel, the big new hotel. So it was great. With my motorbike, I had a Ducati 750, and the motorbike never got a look in. And yeah, just sit on the beach talking to the girls. It was great. And friends I had, you know, I used to go up and say goodbye to one lot up at the bus when they went back to the airport. Sit in a cafe for a while, have a coffee, wait for the next bus to turn up, and then try and remember all the names again. That used to happen every 2 weeks. So anyway, I thought, you know, I wouldn't mind, and I've looked online at all these sophisticated DJ controllers and all the stuff that I didn't have, and fantastic stuff. And all the nice sort of really good quality music now. I mean, we had records that was scratched and dusty, and we had a dust storm one day. I don't know how it did it, but it got inside the sealed booth, inside all my records, and everything was crackly and dusty, and they still are. I have to clean them to this day. I mean, I've still got my records, they're in here, packed away in boxes. But so what I've done is I've ordered one of these I've got a MacBook Pro anyway, and I downloaded the DJ software that the controller needs to run on the MacBook, and some music. You can go on YouTube, you can click on the music that the DJs are playing on there, and you get to the track, and then you get a YouTube downloader and download it. As long as you say, you know, as long as you push them and give them a bit of publicity, they don't mind. It's all free to use. So there's tons of that. So you don't have to buy any new music really. And so anyway, I've ordered the DJ controller. That should be appearing soon. I've put Serato DJ Pro on the MacBook Pro, which I will show you in probably another video. That's not in here, that's in the house. And basically you have to put the two together so that you can actually use Serato on the computer, but everything's fiddly and everything's done with a pressure pad. But you can buy a controller which plugs into the laptop, uses Serato software, and then you've got like two decks. They're not decks, they're jog wheels basically. So that's what I've ordered. I've ordered a cheap second-hand one to start with. You can go 4,000 or 5,000 with these, the Pioneer stuff, and they keep updating it. So people keep selling the last one to buy the new one. So eBay is full the whole time. So that's what I'm going to do. This is the introduction for this series of videos, and I don't know anything about these controllers at all. We didn't do any of this scratching or anything like that. You know, mixing. All we did is set another record in motion, fade one in and fade one out. So I'm going to see if I can do this new stuff, and then you can follow me if you're thinking about doing the same thing. You can follow me on here to see how we get on. Don't want this to go over 30 minutes, only 8 minutes. Yeah, so that's it really. So yes, you do need a laptop of some kind. There are some DJ controllers that don't need a laptop, but check that, and also check computer compatibility to the software, compatibility to the controller before you start, because I was quite lucky where mine all matched, but there's types of operating system on the MacBook that won't run certain controllers, and some do, and some you need a plug-in. There's a lot, and I've already had trouble trying to get some of the music onto Serato. So when the DJ controller comes, that's got the license key for Serato built in. So as soon as you plug it in, that then becomes usable and not licensable. So it's free. So literally all you've got to do at the minute is buy the controller. But you do need a laptop. Any laptop will do, I'm sure. I've only got a MacBook because of the music stuff. I mean, if you know, basically we've got everything here. We've got drums, keyboards, guitars, mixers, a big PA system, one of which you could probably see in the back there. Yeah, that I've got the two drivers out at the moment, but that's basically a 2000 watt, and there's another one in the other part of the room. So if I ever needed to do a real disco, we could, but you don't need that. All you need is a set of headphones which plug into the controller. Yes, which we've already got, so I'll just use my ones I listen to YouTube in bed in, you know. So yeah, so I think that's it for this video, and we'll see how we get on. And if you're a DJ already, a modern one, any tips or tricks? I know there's loads of YouTube videos, but if you see anything we should be doing, or see a button we haven't looked at or something, give us a nod. Right, thanks a lot, and see you in the next video, which will be probably the unboxing of the controller. I think will be next. If that doesn't appear, then I'll do the showing you how to get Serato onto the MacBook, which is just literally an app you download and say yes, you know, say yes to all its things. Okay, thanks a lot.